Dear student, today we will discuss about one of the important vaccine, that is DPT, related to EPI program, and it's one of the important vaccines that of the API schedule. So as for DPT concern, DPT basically stand for diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus. So it's clear that it's not only a single vaccine, it's basically a combination of three different vaccine. The main objective of this vaccine is to protect the newborn babies and children from the infectious contagious diseases, that is diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus. I think you are familiar with respect to diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus, which is part of the microbiology. Anyhow, a little touch should be there so that you may have a sound knowledge of diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus. As for diphtheria concern, this is one of the infectious contagious disease and commonly caused by one of the gram-positive bacteria to be known as Corynebacterium diphtheriae. So Corynebacterium diphtheriae is basically responsible for causing diphtheria. So in case of diphtheria, basically there is most commonly a thick covering formation at the back of the throat region. So if there is a formation of thick covering at the back of the throat region, so simply we can say that most commonly the person have the problem regarding diphtheria. So diphtheria, simply we can say it's one of the problem related to the respiratory problem. As for the incubation time or incubation period of this disease concern, so it's almost from 2 to 5 days. So incubation time, which is basically related to the entrance of a microorganism till to the appearance of signs symptoms. So this duration is to be known as incubation time or incubation period. So in case of diphtheria, the incubation time or incubation period is most commonly 2 to 5 days. Anyhow, in certain conditions this may extend up to most commonly 10 days. So this may extend in certain circumstances. As for the most common sign symptom of diphtheria concern, so most commonly as is related to the respiratory problem. So obviously the person have difficulty in breathing. So difficulty in breathing, this is one of the common sign symptom related to diphtheria. Sometimes this disease infectious problem also have a direct effect on the heart region, and sometimes there may be a chance for the heart failure. Mostly it also responsible for causing paralysis. So paralysis is also one of the common sign symptom related to diphtheria. And finally, if this problem is persist and not properly managed in case of newborn babies and children, so this may leads to death. So in case of diphtheria, basically for the vaccination we commonly use a bacterial toxin, that is the detoxified toxin of the bacteria. We will discuss in detail. So this was about the diphtheria. Diphtheria is basically one of the contagious infectious disease most commonly caused by one of the gram-positive bacteria to be known as Corynebacterium diphtheriae. It's one of the gram-positive bacteria, and that's why the most common area related to this problem is the upper respiratory tract region. So commonly a thick covering formation will be there at the back of the throat region, which most commonly related to diphtheria. Common sign symptoms, so obviously difficulty in breathing, sometimes heart failure chances, paralysis, and if not properly managed, so leads to death. Whereas incubation is almost too much short, that is 2 to 5 days. Anyhow, in some condition this incubation period may extend and up to 10 days depend upon the condition. Where the next thing related to this DPT is pertussis. So pertussis, simply it's also known as whooping cough. So whooping cough is the alternate name for pertussis. This is also one of the highly contagious respiratory infectious disease. It's most commonly caused by a bacteria to be known as Bordetella pertussis. So Bordetella pertussis is one of the gram-negative bacteria which is most commonly responsible for the pertussis. Again, this is related to the respiratory problem. This is related to respiratory tract region, and gram-negative bacteria is basically responsible. So in this case, there will be a minor cough phenomena. Apnea is most commonly related to this condition, pertussis. The incubation period of this thing is 5 to 10 days. So as for the incubation period of the pertussis is concerned, this is almost 10 days. So the next one related to this vaccine is tetanus. Tetanus, basically it's also known as lockjaw, or lockjaw mechanism is basically involved in case of tetanus. This is basically, this infectious disease is caused by a gram-positive bacteria to be known as Clostridium tetani. So Clostridium tetani basically responsible for the tetanus. So again, this is one of the contagious disease. Yes, that's why the children and the newborn babies, and especially the female candidates, yes, they should be vaccinated because this is too much important for their coming life. So as for the bacteria is concerned, so this is gram-positive related to Clostridium, and that is Clostridium tetani. Anyhow, most of the cases were reported during the First and Second World War. During the war condition, most of the soldiers were affected by this problem especially. And again, this bacteria is responsible for producing certain toxin which have a direct effect on the central nervous system. That's why this is not an easy one. It's not to be taken easy. It's too much lethal, especially, and may cause directly death of the candidate. So in case of tetanus, most common signs symptoms are like, as we mentioned, that a lockjaw mechanism is involved. So there is all the time difficulty in swallowing. Just to swallow something, so a difficulty mechanism will be there, difficulty in swallowing. The next one is muscle rigidity. The entire skeletal muscle rigidity is most common sign symptom of this problem. The next one is the muscular spasm. So a muscle rigidity is there, so obviously there will be a muscular spasm condition. As for the incubation time of this disease concern, so this is most commonly 8 days. Anyhow, this may extend in some condition from 3 to 21 days. So this was all about the DPT, that is diphtheria, pertussis, and tetanus. So diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, this vaccine is too much important, especially for the newborn babies and children. So in case of diphtheria, we are using the bacterial toxin. In case of tetanus, we are using again the toxin. In case of pertussis, yes, we are not using the toxin because these bacteria have the capability to produce the toxin. So we will discuss in too much detail about the DPT as shown in front of you people. So as for the type of vaccine is concerned, so type of vaccine related to the DPT. So DPT vaccine, basically diphtheria and tetanus. In case of diphtheria and tetanus, we are using as toxides. What it means? It means that we are using the bacterial toxin, that is the diphtheria and tetanus toxins are used. So here we mention the word toxoid. What is toxoid? So modified toxin is to be known as toxoid. So we are while using diphtheria and tetanus toxin, while converting them into a respective detoxified form, which is to be known as toxoid. So diphtheria and tetanus toxoids to be used. Where in case of pertussis, we basically use the killed whole cell bacterium. So in case of pertussis, we are using the microorganism. In case of diphtheria and tetanus, we are using the modified toxin, and is to be known as toxoid. Where the DPT is the combination of 3 vaccine. So the diphtheria and tetanus, in case of diphtheria and tetanus, we are using the toxoid, where in case of pertussis, we are using the whole cell bacterium. As for the form of the vaccine is concerned, so this is available in liquid form. DPT vaccine is most commonly available in liquid form. Minimum age at first dose. So first dose of the DPT should be administered at 6 weeks. So once your newborn babies or children become that of the 6 weeks, so the first dose of the DPT should be administered. Number of doses to complete the immunization. So in case of DPT, we basically administer total 3 doses. So total 3 doses of the DPT is sufficient for the newborn babies and children to complete the immunization program. So some specific interval should be there amongst these doses. As 3 doses are there, so some interval should be there. So a 4 weeks interval or 28 days interval should be there among the 2 doses. So between 2 doses there should be a 4 week or minimum 28 days gap should be there. So as for the reason is concerned, so the main reason is just to protect the newborn babies and children from the infectious diseases, that is diphtheria and pertussis, and the next one, that is the tetanus. Number of doses per impure, so there is almost 20 doses per impure. Dosage, how much quantity is to be administered? So most commonly in case of DPT, we recommend 0.5 ml. 0.5 ml dose of the DPT should be administered. So the whatsoever the dose, that may be the first dose, the second, the third dose, but the total the quantity regarding each dose should be 0.5 ml. Route of administration, through which route we have to administer the DPT. So in case of DPT vaccine, we have to follow intramuscular route. So we should have to administer through intramuscular route. Site of administration, this is too much important. So in case of newborn babies or whatsoever, so that is the thigh region we should have to follow. So upper outer portion of the thigh region, again this is one of the muscles are basically involved. So upper outer portion of the thigh region, so this should be followed in case of newborn babies or children. Where in case of aged candidate, we should have to take the support of the upper arm region. Storage temperature is too much common because for the stability of the vaccine, storage temperature is too much common. So in case of DPT, the storage temperature is most commonly 2 to 8 degrees centigrade. DPT should be stored at 2 to 8 degrees centigrade. This is too much common. Special precaution. So DPT basically recommended in case of newborn babies and children. So most commonly there is no need just to administer DPT to the aged candidate, or most common to the adult candidate. So depend upon the situation, anyhow in the aged candidate there is no need. Side effect. So as for the side effect is concerned, so obviously we are using, this is mostly bacteria are involved, so obviously when injecting these vaccines, so sometimes there may be a chance for the minor elevation in the body temperature, so fever condition may be there during the evening time, especially maybe in case of children there may be a minor pain sensation and redness in the and swelling at the site of injection. So if there is a minor swelling mechanism, or if there is minor redness condition, or if there is a minor pain sensation, so you should don't worry regarding the vaccine. So this is basically a common minor side effect. Contraindication. So if you recall the first lecture, so we mentioned, so if there is a conversion regarding to the first dose of the DPT, so the coming two doses, there is DPT 2 and DPT 3 should be avoided. It's too much important. The next one, which is too much important, is health teaching. So if the child or if the newborn baby or child have a minor fever-like condition, so you don't worry and just to take the support of the paracetamol. Yeah, or you can take the support of any appropriate antipyretic. So I think you have learned something about the DPT, and this is one of the important vaccine of the API program. So DPT, basically we mentioned that bacteria are basically involved, that is the gram positive as well as the gram negative in some condition, as in case of per. So the next thing which is too much important, there is the, so what is the basic summary of the thing. So the basic summary of the today lecture is basically DPT stand for diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus. The main objective of this vaccine is to protect the newborn babies from the infectious disease, that is diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus. Most commonly these vaccines are available in liquid form, and it is the combination of three, where in case of diphtheria and pertussis we are diphtheria and tetanus we basically use the modified toxin which is to be known as Taxide, and where in case of next one, that is the pertussis, we basically use the whole kill microorganism. So minimum age, that is once your child becomes that of the 6 weeks, you should have to recommend DPT. Most commonly to complete the DPT immunization, you should have to recommend 3 doses, and a gap should be there, that is the 4 weeks or minimum 28 days gap should be there. Storage condition is too much important, 2 to 8 degrees centigrade, and the total number of doses per ampule is 20 or 10. And what should be the total quantity? So I think we mentioned that is 0.5 ml we should have to administer, and what should be the route of administration is too much important, so intramuscular route should be followed. Okay, there is no any clear side effect, any minor side effect may be there, like a pain sensation, minor pain sensation, minor elevation by temperature, there is a fever, and sometimes there is a redness condition may be there. Anyhow, if such conditions are there, so health teaching point of view, you should have to recommend the paracetamol or any antipyretic drug specially. And especially as far the contraindication is concerned, so there is no as such. Anyhow, if there is a conversion mechanism related to the first dose, so the coming 2 doses should be avoided. So this is sufficient related to DPT as for today, and inshallah in the coming lecture we will discuss about the remaining part of the API.